triggers, guiding light, readers and seekers in the night, hopes and fears written in gold, truth appears as stories unfold. Let the cards turn around, the stories we found in the
Good morning and welcome to the My Tarot Morning Reflection Daily Inventory. All those wonderful things. I hope everybody is having an amazing morning. So, what are we doing here? We're doing our morning meditation. Our reminder to take a breath before we start the day. So, when I listen to the cards, how it reminds me personally, to take a breath, get my feet flat on the floor, do that cat thing with my butt to make sure it's comfortable, shoulders relaxed and neck relaxed, and all that wonderful stuff. So this morning, in all my rushing around and everything else, the one thing I didn't do is, so I did my readings last night, so I always, I take my bag with me that's got all my cards. And I think I left it out in the car. And by the time I was ready to sit down, I did not have enough time to run out there and get it. And that just reminded me because there are no coincidences. So what does that even mean? Well, what that means is that I had to grab a different set of cards. And so the cards that I grabbed are my old original deck, which the wrong one. So this is just, faded and, instead of being like the nice white one, I'm trying to think of how old this deck is. I can't even speculate when I first got it because my first deck was the Hermetic deck. But this is the deck that made everything click. And I had retired it. So I decided today, since I'm not sure where my bag is, but I know it's got to be either somewhere here in the house or in the car, that I would take this 20-plus-year-old deck. 20, actually more than 20. So let's see what the universe has for us today. Good morning, Maureen. Wow. It's weird. I haven't used this deck in... I can't even think of how long it's been since I've used this. Here's the bag, which has even got rips in it. Lost the box a long time ago. So, okay. Let's do this thing. So I'm going to make our 3 stacks. Each one a different thread going out to the universe. It's like each one's a different thought or conversation. If we believe in the multiverse, it's like each one of these stacks is a different path, because this stack will lead down one path. This stack is a totally different conversation. And the top cards in here is going to tell a totally different story. So today, let's go with the top stack, or what I like to think of as things that are right in front of us and we don't even see it. And I am going to do our 3-in-1. My gosh, these cards are so bendy. So, turning each card over like the pages of a book. The first card we have is the Queen of Swords. So now I'm kind of curious. Oh, the deck does have reversals. Okay. So, Queen Queens are that mother instinct, that desire to make sure everybody around us is taken care of. And then we have swords, which are ideas, our anxieties, our plans, all those wonderful things like that. Good morning, Holly. So when we see the Queen of Swords and it's reversed, it's one of those things where, it's easy to get triggered because, as you can imagine, look at the roiling clouds anyway. Swords are the element of air, queens are the element of water. So this is just one of those days where our nerves get a little bit frayed. Sometimes we might end up acting out, because we just don't have time. It's like, it's easy to get irritated. And again, this card might be us, somebody else, and they're gender neutral, so it's just the masculine energy, feminine energy. But this is, just a prep for, imagine the Queen of Swords when she didn't have her coffee. And that can definitely be me. The Tower reversed. Okay, so the Tower. The Tower is not like Hollywood says, the Tower of Destruction. The Tower is more about, and you've heard the story before, but I love asking newbies this question. I love asking, when I'm doing a reading for somebody, what's the one thing that hurts worse than a lie? Because this card was originally called La Maison Dieu, the House of God. So what's the one thing that hurts worse than a lie? And people will go through all their litany of things, and then I say the truth. And then if you ask somebody that, you see that light bulb. If you ask, especially in a context like this, you see that light bulb go off, because that's what the Tower is. It's not this physical destruction. It's like when we are feeling anxious, when we are not in a good position, we've overwhelmed ourselves because when I'm the Queen of Swords, and I want to get things done. I want to see things clearly because of my swords, but I still want to be empathetic, but I just don't have time today. My nerves are frayed. That is when things can start happening, stepping on people's toes. So, wow. Yep, no, this is a good 50-50 deck from the look of it. Look at all these right side ups. So again, things happen for a reason. So, here we are as the Queen of Swords. And sometimes when we are just feeling all that anxiety, feeling all that pressure, sometimes we can be our own worst enemy. Sometimes we will be the ones who throw a wrench into things. Sometimes we just can't deal. It's just one of those days where one thing after another. And essentially it comes down to, it's like, so what is the Page of Swords? Pages are our younger selves, when we're trying to learn something, or when we're trying to start something. When I see multiple court cards, sometimes I also can either see it as personality aspects myself. Like, here I am trying to be the Queen of Swords. All this stuff happens, and it turns out that it's like, I really didn't know what I thought I knew. I'm really just acting out and behaving like a child sometimes. I don't know. But other times it can be two people. It's like if this was a child and this was a parent, then we have this battle going on, and it's just not good. So there's a couple ways to look at this, and I'm going to wait to see what the court card is. But either this is two aspects of ourselves, And this shows our progression. And now we have the one upright card. And it's the devil. And the devil, when I just put it in plain English, is the harms we do to ourselves or others. The devil is just the harms we do to ourselves or others. So, when we are not taking care of ourselves, when we are not talking to other people, when we assume all the burden, it's all these things we do to set ourselves up. And the devil card is definitely one of those cards where ultimately we end up saying, I can't believe that. What was I thinking? Maybe I need to apologize. And it's hard in a sword situation to apologize, because swords are about here. It's about being in the head. Swords are about not really being able to, especially when they're reversed, not being able to grab what's in our heart. So this turns into an ego situation. This turns into a... So today, as we look at this, we need to ask ourselves, in what area of our lives are we not taking care of ourselves? In what area? Or again, if this is somebody else, who in our lives is walking down a path that's going to lead them to are they a train wreck waiting to happen? Are we a train wreck waiting to happen? So we have the Tower, and we have... Now the Tower is reversed. And that's the one important thing here, because we're kind of mirroring here these two things. When we see the Tower reversed, we know when we're wrong. We see what's going on. We can control the situation. But again, sometimes when all this stuff starts rolling down a hill, or that spiral happens, it's hard to stop. So today is just about recognition. Today is about realizing, this is our pillar for the day. This could be the news that we're reading, and it just throws us off and gives us this out of balance thing. But for today, it's about making sure our eyes are wide open as we look in the mirror. What if the Tower here is the mirror, and this page is the reflection of our queen self? Maybe that's what it is. But the main thing is just recognizing where we are today. And now that we are looking in a mirror, what are we going to do today? So, and the other thing is, it's very important. If this is somebody in our lives and we see this happening, this is for the weekend coming up. This is our need to reach out to that person. So, and then we have Holly here asking, do I have the Trifoni da Luna? Yes, I do. And I'm looking around because that's in my box. That's the one that is the Deviant Moon one, isn't it? Is that the Marseille version of the Deviant Moon? Because that is in my box right now, I believe. Hold on, let me see. What do you... Well, here's the Deviant Moon, but it's like it's the Marseille. Oh yeah, so it is. So in my box that I could not find, which is why I'm using this. Yes, I have this, and it's a very cool deck. So yes, Holly, I truly love my Marseilles. So today, I hope everybody has an amazing day, an amazing weekend. Part of me is thinking is that this really is somebody that we know. I'm not sure if this could be a reflection of ourselves, but I think this is one of those situations where we know somebody who is acting out, and that maybe we need to talk to the person, help somebody, understand what's going on so that we can flip these cards around. So that they're looking at themselves and seeing the reflection truly for what it is. But this is about that spiral. So with that, good morning, Angelina. So, yeah, so for that deck, I use it in certain situations and certain people. Now I'm just going to kind of ramble a little bit. Yeah. So because of kind of the triggering, not triggering, but this is one of those ones where, and like I say, using the Marseille version, which is beautiful. This is more like the gothy crowd and or me, but yeah, it's definitely got a more darker aspect. So when I want to be spooky or I want to, just have some fun, it's still a serious deck and it's still really well done. But it definitely gives you that image. Love this deck. Actually, I should just do a reading with it anyway. So anyway, with that, I hope everybody has that amazing weekend. I hope that if somebody in our lives or somebody that we meet is having that Queen of Swords day, or it's us, and it just ends up affecting us, affecting people around us. Like I say, court cards are the personalities. That I hope that we can be somewhat of a positive influence in our own lives and in somebody else's life. Everybody have that amazing weekend, and I am excited to see you again on Monday. So thank you. Take care.
Stars in the sky, cards in my hand, searching for signs, lost in the sand. Whispers of fate, echoes of dreams in the dark slate. Nothing's as it seems. Flip the cards, turn around. The stories we have found in the shadows we dance. Take a chance, take a chance. Ghostly figures, guiding light, readers and seekers in the night. Hopes and fears.